Here's a story of the Tzemach Tzedek. The Tzemach Tzedek, the third Rebbe of Chabad. Once he told one of his followers, one of his Chassidim, that the the governor of a certain area in Russia, the Baron, whatever it was, that he was really a Jew. And he told this Chassid they should go to the Baron and tell him in his name, in the Tzemach Tzedek's name, that he should do tshuva. So the Chassid heard this and he started shaking. He said that the Baron is a very evil person. Nobody knows that he's Jewish. I didn't know he was Jewish. I thought he's a big anti-Semite. He's anti-everybody. And not only that, there's a bunch of dogs around his whole place. How am I ever going to get in there? And the Tzemach Tzedek said, I'm going to give you a word. He gave him some sort of a word, a thing to say, whatever. And the dogs won't pay any attention to you. And when the Baron, when he sees that the dogs aren't harming you, he'll see something is weird. You tell him, in my name, that now is the time he has to repent. He has to stop acting and thinking and speaking like a non-Jew, and he has to come back to his Judaism. So the Chassid did as he was told, right? It was a special mission. He went there specially. He said this word, the dogs were quiet. He went in, the Baron was amazed. How did you get in here? He said, listen, I know that you're a Jew. The Tzemach Tzedek specially sent me, and he told me that you have to repent. The Tzemach Tzedek said, yes, I think he gave him something else also. I don't remember, but in any case, Tzemach Tzedek said that this is what you have to do. You have to repent. And that's it, and he left. And they say that afterwards, there was a strange person that was wandering around in Lubavitch for a long time. Nobody knew who it was. He didn't talk to anyone. This was the Baron. The Baron was now changed himself totally, and he was praying for forgiveness, etc., changing himself totally. So the Hasidim saw this amazing thing. Here, this Baron was sunk in the depths of darkness. He had his whole life was just set. He was a ruler, and he had all the pleasures he wanted, all the power he wanted to, and he left it all into it to be a Jew. Because the Rebbe told him to. Rebbe told him, he sent a special person, and he did this big miracle with the dogs and everything. So the Hasidim went to the Rebbe and they said, Rebbe, you were able to save this Jew from the depths of evil, the depths of bad. You pulled him out. Save us also, Rebbe. Save us. Everyone is bombarded constantly by own egotistical feelings. You're jealous of this guy. You get angry over here. You have thoughts that are not fit at all for Judaism, etc. And anger and frustration. All these bad things. Save us also. Pull us out so that we're thinking about the Creator all the time.
We can't see or hear you.
No, I by mistake I pulled out. Thank you very much. 1 second, 1 minute. There we go. I pulled out the cord. 1 second. Yeah, good. Okay. So they said, Rebbe, please save us. Pull us out. So the Rebbe smiled and he said, I'll give you a metaphor. So there is a shepherd, and the shepherd has all of his sheep. And sometimes if one sheep goes out, so the shepherd gives us, he has a whistle, he blows the whistle. Sometimes if the sheep gets like a little bit too far, so he has these dogs, senses the dogs, and he brings it. But sometimes the sheep gets stuck in like a big pit or in a big quicksand. Then the shepherd has to go himself. Then he has to go personally himself, and he has to save the sheep. So the same thing. This Baron was so far away. I had to do this big miracle with the dogs, and I had to send somebody specially in order to pull him out, and he had to pull him out in my name. That I had to do a big miracle. So that for them, I have to do is make a special thing for him. But for you, you all I have to do is give you chassidut a little bit, and you'll work on yourself. You'll work yourself out of it. It's the same thing with us. We people, if we're religious, so true, we have our difficulties and we're stuck in the quagmire of this world, of our own thoughts and our own emotions and our own doubts and our own fears and our own the desires and this. But we can get out of it ourselves. We can get out of ourselves. But then there's the Jews that are like really sunk. Like, for instance, those that were in Russia. So the Frierdiker Rebbe personally had to go himself and suffer in jail. And the Alter Rebbe, in order to get the Jews out of their situation, that they were had to go and suffer in jail himself. And now the situation, says the Rebbe, is infinitely better. Now the situation, first of all, we have Chassidim all over. And not only that, the Rebbe personally himself is pulling Jews out of the quagmire, pulling Jews out of the situation where they are. Each and every Jew. Soon we're going to see amazing miracles in the whole entire world. There's piles and piles of them now in the time of the war in Israel. Amazing miracles that people see that save them from death, right? From death. The October thing. There's stories that are coming out. My wife tells me stories that women tell her, totally non-religious women, totally anti-religious women. And they were saved from October the 7th, and they decided, that's it. I'm going to start doing Torah, and I'm going to do the commandments. I realized that it's better to be a Jew and a victim of the Hamas than to be Hamas. God should save us all, help us all, have a happy Hanukkah, and we should be appreciating every moment of our lives. So hope to see you, everyone, tomorrow at 8:15.